You are watching this because you are probably at a crossroads. Maybe you failed, maybe people told you to quit, maybe you are tired of being seen but not respected. I am 14 years old and I just launched my second SaaS project called Mailient after my first one got crushed by a competitor who did it 10,000 times better. And you know what I learned? Disappearing isn't giving up, it's preparation. See, everyone is talking about showing up, saying visible, building in public, but nobody talks about the power of going silent, of disappearing so completely that when you come back, you are unrecognizable. This video isn't about Mailient, it's about why I'm choosing to disappear next and why you should too. We live in a world that worships visibility. Post daily, tweet your thoughts, share progress, build in public. And I did that. I documented every line of code, every win, every loss. I thought that's what it took. But here's the brutal truth: visibility without progress is just noise. You can have 10,000 followers watching you grind while you are secretly going nowhere. You can post motivational quotes while your business dies in the background. You can look busy while you can look busy without actually building anything that matters. I realized something after launching Million, something most people never figure it out. The people who transform the best, the people who transform the fastest are the ones nobody sees doing it. Think about it. Every major breakthrough happens in private. The athlete training at 4 a.m., the writer rewriting the same chapter 50 times, the founder coding through the night with zero updates on Twitter, the monk meditating in silence for years before teaching everyone. Transformation demands visibility because when you are visible, you are performing, and when you are performing, you are not truly creating, you are creating for an audience. You are editing yourself, you are building what people expect, not what actually needs to exist. But here's why most people can do it: ego. We are addicted to validation, to likes, to comments, to shares, to people saying, wow, you are working so hard. We convince ourselves that if nobody sees our effort, it doesn't count. That's a lie. Your effort counts whether anyone sees it or not. In fact, it counts more when nobody's watching because that's when you are building the right reasons, not for applause, not for recognition, for the outcome. I spent 3 months building my first project in silence. No tweets, no uploads, no updates, just pure focused execution. And when I launched, I found a competitor already existed and did it way better. It hurt, and but you know what? I didn't lose 3 months. I gained clarity because that silence taught me more than any course, any mentor, any audience ever could. It taught me that I could endure the unknown, that I could build without external validation, that my worth wasn't trying to that my worth wasn't tied to how many people are watching. And that's the shift. Most people need the audience to keep going, but the moment you need an audience to validate an idea or your work, you've already lost because you are now building for them, not for you. Mailient wasn't built for applause. It was just built because I saw a problem that nobody was solving correctly. Email automation that actually saves founders time without feeling robotic. 3 months of grinding, zero recognition, just me, my laptop, and a belief that I could solve something real. That's the power of disappearing. When you disappear, three things happen. First, you stop optimizing for perception and start optimizing for output. You're no longer asking, how will this look? You are asking, will this work? You stop making surface level improvements and start making structural changes. You stop polishing the exterior and focus and start rebuilding the foundations. That's what I did in Mailient. I didn't care if the UI was pretty at first. I cared if it actually worked. If it could genuinely take 50 emails off someone's plate every single day, if a busy founder could make up and not feel buried by their inbox. Most products fail because founders are too busy making them look good instead of making them work well. Disappearing forces you to focus better. Second, you develop a different relationship with failure. When you fail publicly, it's humiliating. Everyone saw you try, everyone saw you fail, and now they are watching to see if you get back up or stay down. But when you fail in private, it's just data. There's no shame, no embarrassment, just okay, that didn't work, what's next? You iterate faster because there's no emotional baggage attached being wrong. My first product failed, but because I had been working in relative silence, that failure didn't define me. I didn't have to be a dramatic comeback. I didn't have to make a dramatic comeback post. I didn't have to explain myself. I just moved on. Started building the next thing. No fanfare, no pity, just execution. That's freedom. Third, you build an unshakable internal compass. When nobody's watching, you have to trust yourself. You can't crowdsource your decisions. You can you cannot run a poll on Twitter asking if your idea is good. You just have to know or believe or try that anyway. And over time that develops something most people ever never cultivate. Conviction. Conviction isn't built in front of an audience, it's built in the dark. When you have been grinding for weeks with zero feedbacks, zero encouragement, zero proof it will work, and you keep going anyway, that's conviction. And once you have that, you unstoppable because you don't need anyone to believe in you anymore. You believe in yourself. Act 4 issues. So, how do you actually do this? How do you disappear without losing momentum? Step 1, define what you are disappearing for. Don't just vanish because you are tired. Disappear with purpose. What you are building, what skill are you mastering, what version of yourself are you trying to become? For me, it was Mailient. 3 months of pure focus, no distractions, no updates, just build, test, and iterate and ship. Step 2, set up a return date. Disappearing isn't about hiding forever, it's about focused isolation with a deadline. Give yourself 30 days, 2 months, 6 months, whatever it takes, but set a date. Because without a deadline, disappearing just becomes procrastination. Step 3, cut everything out that doesn't serve your mission. Social media, unnecessary meetings, people who drain your energy. Entertainment that doesn't recharge you. If it's moving you toward a goal, it's moving you away from it. I stopped checking Twitter, stopped watching YouTube exceptional for technical tutorials. My entire world became school, code, Mailient, sleep. That's it. Sounds extreme, maybe, but that's what it takes. You can't half disappear. You are either all in or you're just pretending. Step 4, build in silence but document in private. Here's the hack, don't stop documenting. Just don't post it publicly. Keep a journal, record voice memos, take screenshots, write down those lessons. Because when you come back, you will have a story to tell. You will have a transformation to share, and people will actually care because you will have the proof that disappearing worked. That's what I am doing now, documenting everything. But You won't see it, but you won't see it until it's done. Until Mailient is generating revenue, until I have proven myself that it works. Now here's the beautiful part about disappearing. Come back. When you vanish to build and then return for with something real, not just talk, not just plans, but an actual product, an actual scale, or an actual transformation, people notice. And not because you told them to, because you showed them. I didn't need to announce Mailient with some big launch posts and a video or a hype campaign. I just built it quietly, obsessively, and when it's ready, I put it out to the world. No drama, no big reel, just here, I made this, it works, use it if you want. And you know what? That simplicity is just more powerful than any marketing campaign because it's authentic. There's no fluff, no exaggeration, just a 14-year-old kid who said he will build something and he did. That's the power of the comeback. And you don't have to convince yourself and you don't have to convince people you have changed. They can see it, they can feel it, and the work speaks for itself. Once you have done it once, you realize you can do it again and again and again. Every time you disappear, you come back stronger. Every time you isolate to build, you return with more clarity, more skill, more conviction. It becomes a cycle, a rhythm, a life, a way of life. So here's the truth. I'm about to disappear again. Mailient is life, it's out there, it works, and but that was just a beginning because now I'm asking a bigger question. What else I can do? What else I can prove? What else I can create that nobody expects from a 14-year-old? I don't know the answers yet, but I know that I won't find it when I'm visible. So I won't find it when I'm posting updates and chasing validation. I will find it in silence, in isolation, in the grind, in the disappearance. And when I come back, I will have something to show, not because I want applause, but because that's what real builders do. We disappear into that work and return with the proof. So here's my challenge to you. Disappear. Not forever, not because you are scared, but because you are ready to build something that matters. Something that requires your full attention, something that can only be created in silence. Pick a time frame, 30 days, 60 days, 6 months. Pick a goal, a product, a scale, or a transformation and vanish out. Delete the apps, ignore the noise, stop performing, start building. And when you come back, you won't need to announce it. People will know because you will be different, because you will have something real to show. That's what I'm doing. That's what every great builder is doing. And if you are serious about this, if you are serious about actually becoming something instead of just talking about it, you will do it too. I will see you on the other side. Till then, goodbye.